Hey, you guys, I just wanted to go ahead and play this real quick. So 5 people are aboard of a missing submarine. They went to go see the Titanic wreckage. They said they have about 40 hours of oxygen left. Now, I seen another article that said 50, so I'm just going to play this from the Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. Oh, no, the sound.
And really, that is for
that you know of that you can estimate right now
so,
on the.
So it's an estimate, right? Because we know hours. We know at this point we're approximately about 41 hours.
41 hours left.
Yes.
And then now they have to be approved or regulated. This submersible that go through anything that you know of.
There's about 40 hours of breathable air left based on that initial report. Again, that was just
even with that amount of time that's left, let's say 41 or so, if you were to find the submersible at this moment, would that give you enough time to save these 5 people on board?
Yeah, so listen,
Okay, sorry, y'all. It's messing
I don't know
up.
the answer to that question.
But currently right now it has 5 passengers and is currently carrying the Ocean Gate CEO as well as a British billionaire by the name of Hamish Harding. Sources tell us the CEO and Harding are the acquainted with I think that's Shahzada Dawood and his son, who are 2 Pakistanians most prominent who are Pakistanis. Most prominent families. So hopefully, they're able to find them. That is crazy, y'all. That is really wild. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I was all like, yo, like they're missing? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, how do they go missing? Like, you would think, wouldn't they be connected to something or yeah, anyway, definitely prayers. Hopefully they're able to find them and recover that submarine and, get them back home. But they only have 40 hours, or he said 40 to 41. I seen another article that said 50. So hopefully it's 50. That gives them like 2 days. But I mean, they need to recover them fast, It's all like, how do they just go missing like that? That's crazy. That's mind-boggling because it's all like, I don't know how much I would want to go see the Titanic wreckage. I felt like that's I thought the Titanic wreckage and all that stuff, I thought that was in like a museum or something. I didn't know it was still underwater. That's kind of like the ones that go to space. Like the billionaires that do the whole space travel thing. I guess it takes you to the highest point of the earth and then drops you back down. I don't want to do that shit. I already don't like planes, And again, I'm not judging billionaires and stuff like that. However, I just feel like you can be spending your money on helping the people rather than, doing all the extra shit, going to space and stuff like that. That doesn't interest me. But let me go ahead and play my intro, you guys, and we'll go ahead and get started with the Monique and Chris Samuels tea and all that stuff. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? I don't know why I turned off my camera. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? Let me say what's up to the people. What's up, Sexy 60? Yeah, the bottom of the sea. Yeah, you're not even supposed to go down that low. You know what I mean? What's up, Deborah? Thank you for coming. Yeah, Elon Musk, he does that rocket stuff. What's up, Niqua? What's up, Casey? Casey here in the building too. Shout out to my older brother. What's up, Stephanie? Thank you for being here. Okay, so they put a lot of items out, but there's still shipwreckage and stuff like that. I'm not going to space either. I'm a scientist, but not a rocket scientist. Shout out to Dom Down. Thank you for being here. What's up, Beauty for Ashes? Thank you. Who else? Melanated Drip, Chance to Win. Oh, you think they might have kidnapped them? Oh, shit. And for those of you just joining, there's been like a breaking news. There's a submarine missing with 2 billionaires and their sons. Well, it's 5 passengers in total, and they're missing, and they only have about like 40 hours of oxygen left in that submarine, and they're trying to find it. So definitely prayers to them. What's up, Kate? Thank you for coming. What's up, Princess? Thank you for being here. Kayla, what's up, Kayla? What's up, Sharon? Sharon, you know I love you. No hard feelings, right? What's up, Aaron? How you doing? And shout out to everybody else coming in. Gracefully blessed. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with this Monique and Chris Samuels situation. I forgot to put their picture up here, but you know, they was on Potomac. Then she left Potomac and then went to that Love and Marriage Huntsville, DC. Oh, it's not Huntsville. Love and Marriage, DC, right? What's up, Juice? So originally they were supposed to be on the second season, but when October came around, there were reports that they were going through a rough patch, a rough time, and they had separated. And then remember, they were all like, oh, no, we didn't separate. What's up, Jazzy? Remember, they were like, no, we didn't separate. And Monique was all like, yeah, we actually just had sex. And it just seemed unnatural with them two talking and trying to convince us that they didn't break up or you know, their relationship didn't go to shit. It was just a lot of, I don't know. I felt something was going on, maybe not a separation, but they confirmed they weren't living in the same house. They were living in 2 separate houses and, you know, they were having marital issues. Well, this is some tea that I never shared. So about a month ago, I had heard that they separated again. And this coincides with the article saying that Monique initially filed on April 14th. So a month ago, I had heard about this, but I didn't see anybody talking about it. And again, somebody told me this in confidence, and they're probably still going to be mad at me that I'm sharing this, but you know I love you, right? They had told me that Monique and Chris had separated again. And this is the details. This is what basically is going on, y'all. Monique is younger, she's 39, and then Chris, you know, is older. And I mean, he's not too, you know, he's not old, but he's older than her. And so what it is that she wants somebody who's fun, who wants to, you know, do things and wants that kind of excitement in her life. And, you know, when you get to a certain age, well, I don't know yet, but shout out to the old heads out there. But when you get to a certain age, you just want to relax. You just want to be chill. You know, Monique wants to be back on reality TV. That's also another spoiler for you guys. She wants to be back on reality TV. She does not. She left the show to try to protect her family. You know, that was her excuse. But Chris was the one who did not want to be on reality TV. He has money. He could care less. But for someone like her who is younger and trying to build her career, and we know these reality shows are perfect for free promo, basically. And she can promote her essential oils and her hair products and stuff like that. So she's seen the reality TV as a business where Chris is all like, I don't want to do this. We don't need to do this. And she felt like he needed to be more supportive of her businesses and her ventures and stuff like that. And she really wanted somebody to be down for her because she felt like, because she's the mom, she's the woman, you know, like a lot of women, they feel like they basically give up their life once they become a wife and a mother and stuff like that. You know the stereotypical story. I mean, luckily, more women, who won the world? Girls, all that shit, right? Luckily, more women are making more money than men. Are especially Black women are more educated, are the fastest growing education group. They're leading by far Black men and everybody else. So women are becoming more independent, are becoming more of the leaders and stuff like that. Still not at the rate that they should be. There's still a wage gap and stuff like that, but women are making strides. So with her, she felt like she needed more support and she just didn't want to be the wife. Now, I don't know too much of her backstory with her. I know she was homeless at the time, and she was homeless at the time, living in her car, and he was trying to like help her, and he basically helped her out and all that. But it's I want to be under the impression that she actually loved this man. I want to be under that impression. And again, that's not what, this part wasn't told to me whether or not she was just using him for money. But I think it's very important when you get in these relationships, you get with someone who is on the same level of you as mentally. Mentally. That doesn't include money and all that stuff. Mentally, somebody on the same level. They basically have two different goals in life. She should have married a different man. Chris has always been who he is. She was digging for gold. Oh, I knew y'all was going to eat her up. Okay. And fair. And everybody's allowed to say, what they want. I don't mind. I don't know Monique, so it doesn't hurt me. She was just using him for money. Oh, and thank you, Vegas, with the promo. I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and ask you guys. Let's do a 30-second countdown real quick. Do you think Monique was just with him for the money? Yes or no? Let's go. What's up, Melanie? What's up, Southern Belle? Damn, all of y'all said yes. Princess was the only no. Pink said, I hope not. That's kind of like an in-between. Nah, Pink Dynamite, you got to give an answer. That's in-between right there. Okay, Nikwa said no. Okay. Yeah, living in her car before she got him. Right. Definitely. Absolutely yes. Oh. Okay, so we only got two no. Everybody else is all like, yeah, she was with him for the money. Damn, none of y'all think that she was with him like for love or like y'all. Dina said, duh. Right. Princess is probably the only one right saying she was with him for. Okay, Southern Belle said no. Okay. Again, I don't really know. Did I think they were in love? You know how like you see a couple. Well, hell, I can use my parents for an example. Like my parents have been married. Damn, they've been married for over 20 years now. Yeah. What's up, Couture Bay? Possibly. My parents have been together for over 20 years. They've built a life together. And I can tell like, hey, these people actually love each other. They actually love each other and they built a life together. And especially when you're coming in with a blended family, like, my dad had me and then my stepmom had my stepsister and, became one. So I come from a loving home. A lot of people don't. They come from broken homes and all that other stuff, but I don't have that trauma. Fortunately, I don't have that trauma, So with them, I didn't see that love. I think they loved each other. They have love for each other, but it wasn't like, you know how like we say that typical relationship goals and that kind of stuff. We be like, yeah, relationship goals and all that. I don't think anybody looked at them and said relationship goals. Did you guys see them and go relationship goals? I won't do another countdown. A rapper, not singer, rapper. You know, mamas, they never want you to be happy, right? When you're in a relationship. The membership. Oh, did somebody gift somebody? I'm sorry I missed it. It doesn't show me if somebody gift a membership or not. I'm sorry. I saw them and said they are poor. Yeah, it didn't seem like no excitement in their relationship. It didn't seem like they were like loving and granted, I didn't watch the Love and Marriage DC. I didn't watch that show. I just know from Potomac. When I look at the Potomac, oh, shout out to Casey. Thank you. And thank you, Vegas. I didn't see like a loving relationship or they were, you know, one and this is we aspire to be that. You know, with that housewife show, they struggle to actually find married people on the show. I mean, look at Real Housewives of Atlanta. Isn't Candy the only one married? Well, Sonia, and then after that, the rest of them are either getting a divorce or whatnot. So they struggle trying to find actual couples who are actually married and stuff like that. So it's sad when you think about it because I'm going to fake it until we make it. And some people are just with somebody for convenience. He might have had the money. She was struggling. And I'm not saying that she didn't love him, but it was an opportunity, you know? Shit. I would take an opportunity. I ain't gonna lie. You know? I ain't gonna lie. You know, I would take an opportunity. Stephanie said, my parents are coming up on 49 years. Congratulations. Sometimes marriage is in Disney World, right? It's a commitment and that takes work and you know what I'm trying to say. And sometimes stubbornness. Yeah. Perseverance. Yeah. My parents will be 39 years together. Congratulations. That is awesome. She wants fame, not a husband. You know, and that's the thing too, Couture Baby, because she got the radio show and stuff like that. You know, she has a radio show in the DMV that she does, and she's out there doing things. So it's not like she can't do anything, but I really think it's that support at home. Because before Real Housewives of Potomac, we didn't know who a Monique was. Did we know who a Monique was, y'all? And again, you could say who's an AT2, but I'm talking about Monique. Did we know who Monique was before, you know, Potomac and all that? No, we had no clue. Chris was a star. He was a football player. You know? But she was not somebody who we knew. And so now that she got a little money and stuff like that, she wanted to build her own brand, have her own things. And it's just a situation where they're on two different levels. Oh my God. Oh my God. I forgot all about that. Oh man. Yeah, I think I remember that. That was weird. No, we knew Chris, right? Monique wants to be on the It Girl, and in reality, she has it all. Right. And that's another thing too. Oh, Vegas is gifted another membership. Make sure you guys have it enabled. Or two more. Thank you, Vegas. You're making it rain. You must have got paid today. But that's the thing. Monique wants to be back on reality TV. She only left because Chris told her to. Two things. Chris told her to. Chris only did the DC show because they were supposed to be executive producers and they were supposed to have a say-so in the way things worked, right? And so my thing is that they didn't have that opportunity to edit and make them look good. That's why they really left the show. And so she talked about she wanted to protect her family and she wasn't cool with this and that. It wasn't. It was Chris. You didn't want to do it because of Chris. You would have still been on there. You would have still been on there dealing with the same BS that everybody go through on reality TV. But Chris was the one who did not want to be on there. Mm. And again, I'm pretty sure she'll probably come on our YouTube channel and be like, you guys, we're fine, and try to lie and all this stuff. But at this time, Monique, just say what it is. Just say what it is. We don't want you to come, just like you did in October, come out and do a video talking about, oh, we good. We just had sex last night. First of all, we don't want to know. Second of all, we don't want to know that. And third of all, just tell the truth. Like, yo, we going through some shit right now. We might get a divorce. You know, that would have been something like, okay, I get you. A marriage, like Stephanie said, marriage is not Disneyland. It is not Disneyland. So you have to work at it, right? And she was probably the life that she wanted and she thought she was going to have. It was just not that. Sad situation. I hope she finds whatever it is she's seeking. Yeah. And you know, and I'm surprised because I haven't got into it, but all the rumors, you know, how like she was allegedly with the trainer and that they were saying that her youngest child could be the trainer's baby and stuff like that. I mean, Chris has been holding her down. We can't even lie about that. Chris has been holding her down. Relationship go through hard times, praying for this family. Exactly. Thank you, Aaron. Chris has been holding her down. When you think about that whole baby scandal and allegedly she's sleeping around, I never heard anything about Chris cheating. That's interesting to me. I've never heard anything because usually, oh, the man is the cheater and stuff like that. Newsflash is 60% of women cheat, actually. So the roles have reversed. So women are cheaters, actually. I didn't make up that statistic. It's true. These women filing these divorces, like great men, are so easy to find. Kim and Croy, Drew and Ralph, and now Monique and Chris. Yeah. You know? But then on the other hand, Juice, if they're not happy, then don't be in the relationship. Because I'm all for, if the relationship is not working out, you need to separate. Remember, I told you my mom and dad aren't together, and I turned out okay. But yeah, if it's not working out, please don't stay together. But you know, if it's something small and petty, you need to work this shit out. And I think that's what Juice was saying, right? I think that's more what Juice was saying. Oh, there we go. Shout out to Denitra for becoming a member. He changed a lot to fight for the marriage. I could see that, definitely. And I'm going to drop the link for you guys so you guys can come up and state your opinion and stuff like that. Because I definitely would like to get your thoughts. You are wrong, AT2. The rumor was that the baby she allegedly miscarried was actually the trainer's, the A word. The only thing the trainer trained was her. Oh my God. I had to cover my face. What's up, Anita? Thank you for coming. Yeah, but like I was saying, Chris has not cheated from what we know. Let me drop the link. Okay, so I went ahead and dropped the link, Facebook, and also on what's the other thing I use? Twitch. Let me read this comment. Ralph is the best. Drew will. Damn, not the best you'll get because of who he is, unless she gets a non-black man. Chance, you feel that? Damn, Chance. Come on now. What's up, Miss Curiosity? Okay, we got Couture Bay up in the building. What's up, Couture Bay? How you doing?
Hey, AT2. I had to jump on this live. I was like, ooh, it's going to be good.
Let me let Nadi up here, too. What's up, Nadi? How you doing?
Hey, AT2. Hey, Couture Bay.
Hey, Naughty Love.
Okay, we're going to let Couture Bay start out first.
I just want to say it's unfortunate they're getting a divorce, but I've always said that I don't think Monique loves Chris the way that Chris loved her. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm all about women leveling up. That's really how women get their money, is through marriage via divorce. So I don't have an issue with that. My issue is she pretended and she was pandering, like, black love this, black love that, we're a family unit. And this man was flying her all around the world, whining and dining her. He even changed his habits, cut off his friends, so that way he could show his loyalty to Monique. And in reality, Monique was never going to be happy, because I believe everything that what you call it from Potomac said, Cherie said, she wants fame. She does not care about fortune or anything else, and she's willing to do anything for it. So her divorcing Chris is not a surprise to me. This is just the easy way. If fame doesn't work, she has some alimony coming in along with the child support, because Chris is an amazing father. Anybody who watched Love and Marriage DC, and I'm gonna end it with this, then you saw how nasty she was to him. How and it doesn't matter what you say on reality TV, you said it. And she tried to make it seem like the producers just edited her in this bad light, when in reality, everybody who was on the show saw how she was treating him, and they were looking like, girl, are you serious?
This is who you are.
Like, that's her personality. She's a mean girl. She's nasty. She wanted to be clicked up with the Green Eye Bandits, but it didn't work. Hence her swinging on Candace. But I'm going to mute my mic so that y'all can give y'all commentary.
Yeah, no, I appreciate your insight, because like I said, I never watched the DC show. I barely even watched the Huntsville, but I never watched the DC show. But that's good to know. Like, the way she treated him on there and like kind of basically talked down to him, they only showed what you gave them. So that makes a lot of sense. Go ahead, Nadi. Go ahead and share your thoughts and opinions.
I agree a lot of what Couture said. Like, I just really feel I'm glad they're stop gaslighting us, all right? Because people came out with this article months ago stating that they were getting a divorce, and Monique's like, no, we're still together. I've never felt like Monique. I feel like ever since that season when she had the miscarriage, they just have not been right or on the same page. The chemistry is not there. And I just really feel like they're on two different paths. Like, Chris is retired, old country bumpkin. He want to sit down, go fishing, swing on the porch, you know what I mean? Smoke a cigar and chill out. And Monique want to drop it like it's hot still in these streets. And if y'all remember, she used to be a part of a singing group. So fame is what she really wants. And I think now that she filed for divorce, we're going to see more and more of her on the reality circuit. But she did treat him very nasty on Love and Marriage Huntsville, DC. Like, I thought they were heading for divorce then. But it's like she just couldn't even stand him even breathing in the same room with her. That's the kind of sentiment it gave me. But I'm glad they're coming out. Sometimes people grow apart, you know, after they've been together for some time. And I just hope they can come up with a healthy co-parenting situation, because Chris is a great father. And I hope Monique can find herself.
Yeah. And I think that's what she really needs. She really needs to go ahead and find herself and find out who she is. And like I said, she wants that identity outside of Chris, you know, and that's what she's looking for. She's looking for that identity outside of him. And, you know, I guess ultimately, I guess she thinks that divorce is going to be the winning ticket. But yeah, that ain't looking good for her.
AT2, I humbly disagree with that. I think.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I don't think for 1 second Chris doesn't.
Let me let Juice on
her antics. Like, he's funded all of her endeavors, which went nowhere. Some people just don't understand that their calling is to be a housewife. That your calling is to be a kept woman. You know, no, for real. Like, and that's hard to swallow, but that's the truth. She's a pretty girl. We like her in pictures, but her personality is trash. I don't think we're ever going to get her real personality. It's because she's always faking this image, this this thing, and she was still doing it over there on the TV show with Fox News or DC or whatever it is over there, and she's
Mhm.
still not popular. The popular girl is the lady who has the baby with Robert, the one that
Oh
speaks
yeah,
Spanish.
I have
Like,
heard about them, even though I haven't watched the show. I have heard about them.
yeah, like they're on news and they have way more engagement than Monique do. Like, nobody's buying her oils, they're not buying her rocks, they're not buying her books, they're not listening to her mommy chorus. The only reason they like her is because they don't like Candace. Like, somebody has to say it. Like, enough is enough
Oh,
already.
Couture, oh my,
My
you
bad,
put me
my
in
bad,
trouble. No,
my bad.
we like it. Okay, before I let Juice go, I want to say shout out to Vegas again for gifting memberships. Shout out to Denitra, V, Kayla, Wu Chow, Casey, Renee. Thank you guys for joining the membership. I appreciate y'all. Go ahead, Juice, and sound off. Thank you for coming up here. Couture been cracking me up.
Couture got me laughing so hard. Talking about ain't nobody buying her rocks. Couture.
Was that too much?
No, people got on me because she said, because I remember Monique was, talking about Coviana, and she was like, yeah, all you got to do is use my oils and it cures it. But then she got it 3 different times. So I'm all like, okay, your oils did not help cure Coviana, but hey, that's here nor there. Go ahead, Juice.
Oh my goodness. Y'all crack me up over here. I come over here to get my laughing light. I'm telling y'all. I do. Listen, Monique and Chris, we have been seeing this coming for a long time, since maybe season 1. I saw somebody said in the chat that reminded us about the mother.
Right. Shout out to Bree.
Yes, she put that in the comments. And let me tell y'all, I like Monique and Chris together, but I don't think Monique likes Monique and Chris together. I think Monique wants, like Couture said, a different narrative. Monique, I don't think, is appreciating Chris for what he's done, what he's doing. And I think Monique is what we say in the country, getting beside herself. I think she feels as though, hey, I'm fine. I can fly now. I don't need Chris to help me fly. I can do this on my own. Let me go ahead and fly. Which probably means she probably wanted to be away anyway. And I'm kind of like you, 82, and I'm all for love. I am all for love, but I'm also for real relationships.
Right.
I have to question, did Monique was she really in love with Chris? Because it's not looking too good. I think Chris needs to be appreciated and celebrated. Like you said, 82, I didn't hear any allegations about Chris, having any alleged affairs or any bad information. None of that. So I don't know what's the deal, but Monique, I think you need to really think about this real hard before you get out there in these streets and mess around with these other ones. And then
No, don't knock Chris's blessing. His real wife is out there somewhere. I know.
No, but let me say something. And I know, shout out to everybody in the South. My family is from Georgia and South Carolina, but I'm gonna have to say it like this, right? And Juice is from you from the South, right, Juice?
yes.
I'm from New Orleans too, so.
Oh, okay. So y'all probably will understand this, but hate me at the same time, right? Oh, don't worry, Naughty Love. I knew you had a call. Don't worry. I think it's he comes from Mobile, Alabama, right? And I just believe, like, when you're from the South, you like a slow, especially Atlanta, they fast over there. But in, Alabama, it's a little bit slower, and it's nothing wrong with it. They're more like down to reality. Monique is from New Jersey. I just looked it up where she's from. She's from New Jersey. And so it's a different kind of lifestyle. And I think she wanted more of that fast-paced lifestyle. And she wanted this kind of life, this Hollywood life. They don't live in Hollywood, but I mean, all the fixing, all the houses. And she wanted this kind of Hollywood life where he's more chill, laid back, and they're more like traditionalists in the South. And that's not how it is in the North or on the West Coast. Like, we do have traditions, but it's not slow. It's not that slow kind of traditional that we're used. I'm trying to say it without offending people. God damn it.
No,
Speak your mind. Speak your mind, AT2 and B.
no, we understand what you're saying. It
Okay,
is
thank you.
down south. It is different. I've heard men say, like, I can tell you from down south when I was staying in DC. So I know exactly what you're saying. I don't even get offended by it anymore. It's just the way we do things, just simply greeting everybody, good morning, good evening, da da da. They don't do that on the East Coast. They are not nice. That's not what they're known for.
Right. They're not nice, right?
They messing with you in these chests. They must be from the South.
Right. Okay, so I guess I'm saying it wrong. Is it mobile or mobile? I thought it was mobile. Oh, it's mobile. Oh.
Yeah, mobiles.
Okay, mobiles. Like, I know it's not mobile phone, but it's mobile. Okay, what? Juice, go ahead and comment on the whole southern northern thing, please.
Oh my goodness. You probably could be accurate in what you're saying. There could be a cultural difference as far as, state to state cultural difference. It probably is. However, Monique knew that when she married him. And again, y'all have to understand, Chris is retired now. What do retired people do? They ain't out here in these streets like that. Not all of them anyway. He may want to chill and relax, but then so many people are saying, and then this story just started popping off, but I've been seeing so many stories and people are saying that, like you say, 82, he wants to chill, he wants to relax, is that really the reason why she's leaving? Could it be something else? Could it be that she's really not attractive to him anymore? Or
I don't think she was ever attracted to him.
Right. I mean, and again, I have a hard time sometimes saying it's delayed to but was she really ever attracted to him? Or was she attracted to what he could do for her? And did she, and this is all alleged, but if this was the case that she was really attracted to him, then what is going on now with this whole thing with Monique? And I think Monique is going to have a real wake-up call when she gets into this real world now. And I have to ask, was there a prenup? I'm wondering, was there a prenup done?
I think there was a prenup, but I think she gets something after the 10-year mark, no matter what. Like, I think that's like in most marriages, once you hit 10 years, you're entitled to something. Plus, she has 3, 4 of his kids.
3, yeah.
His kids.
And people mention the whole 3 kids thing too. I guess when you have more kids, you get more, and so
no, you do. She was like. If you look at the first 2, they're back to back kind of, and then you have the baby. So
she did something like Ashley did.
Yeah, she was definitely trying to do something like that. Yeah,
allegedly.
That's how her and Ashley understood each other. Come on now.
Oh Lord.
If you watch the show, Ashley and Monique get along well.
Yeah, they do.
That's true. And they're still friends today, too.
Yes.
So that explains a lot. And so she was all like, come on, Ashley, you better push out them babies so you can go ahead and leave that man and get some money. Smart.
Wow. It would be smart. Listen, I don't think Chris is going to have a hard time finding anybody. The thing is, I don't know if Chris is going to really want anybody right now. But Monique, oh, my goodness. Y'all, I don't know. Listen, Couture laughing at the rocks comment. That thing almost took me out.
I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, wasn't she selling them rocks? Wasn't that what she was doing? The healing crystals that she don't use for herself.
Oh my goodness!
Right, but it has me thinking a lot about how Monique. All just the fake stuff like, oh, my marriage is fine, we're doing good and stuff like that. My thing is like, if you don't want people in your marriage, don't comment on it at all.
Right.
Because now you look hypocritical. And, if somebody says something ridiculous, like, yeah, shut down that rumor. But how they just came in October, try to play it off like, oh, yeah, we told People Magazine, don't put that out, blah, blah, blah. People Magazine, granted, it's the media. Media always lies, right? Mm-hmm. However, I do not think People would have still put that article out. And I think it was still up on People, too. They didn't take it down.
And I'm happy they didn't.
They did not take it down because they probably knew that the story was true. When they did not take it down, I was like, there's some truth to this. That's not a lie. There's some truth to this. I mean, how did y'all feel about the article? I'll go with Couture and then Juice.
I feel like the article was very spot on. They probably filed for separation because they do live in Potomac. So Potomac is what? Potomac, Maryland. I think they have like Virginia type laws. You have to be separated for a certain amount of time before you can file for divorce. So
Mm,
they probably were already separated when that article came out. People had already been spotting him without his ring sometimes, and she definitely wasn't wearing hers. And we know she's all about the aesthetic. So, do I feel like she loved him to an extent, but she wants something else, and whatever that something is, she's gonna look back, not right now, but when she's in her 60s and say, wow, I really had it easy with Chris.
Right.
And she's not going to find somebody who's going to put up with her shenanigans. Him sitting there on that YouTube channel while she was talking, and he was like, you know, even advocating her then, I believe that they were already separated. They just were like, look, we don't need the kids to have to go through something like this right now.
right. And also I think he loved her. That's why he did it. He did all this, the reality TV show, everything he has done because he loves Monique.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Go
don't
ahead.
think I don't think people would put an article up not having some sort of basis to base it on. They're a big, huge platform. So they had something to base it on other than people saying, hey, I think Monique and Chris are separated. They're a huge platform. They do their homework. So I think they had something that they based it on. Like you said, AT2, you in your description, you knew this, beforehand, and you're just saying it now because now it's
Mhm.
I truly believe that people knew something about this way back then. And maybe that's why they're like, we're just going to go ahead and leave this right here. But
Right.
I agree with so much that Couture Bay said. Monique, you're going to look back on this and you're probably going to say, I made a mistake. Or maybe she'll go forward. We don't know. We don't wish her any ill. We don't wish her ill. But I think
Right.
she needs to rethink this process. But again, if she's not really in love with him, then she needs to leave. Because every man and woman needs to be and deserve to be loved right. Not just for what they have, not just for possessions, not for any of that. They deserve to be loved right. And if Monique is not being loved and Chris is not being loved, then let them go. However, listen, I would hold on to Chris because I think he's cute. And besides that,
Okay, you like you some Chris. Okay.
Yeah, Chris is not unattractive. He's smart.
Yeah,
He's business savvy. He's not a dumb athlete. Like,
I like the big boys. I like y'all to see my husband. I like the big boys. Now don't bring me no scrum. There you go. There you go.
Give it up for the big boys. Right.
Boy. Come on now, big boy. And his pocket's big too. Yes, I would be with Chris. And his pocket's big. Ask Chris if he want a wife that's already married and a husband. Can we both come? Can my husband come?
You know they got polys, Juice. You know they got poly relationship. Are you
Let me have one of them 4 houses. Let me go over there with you and be in them 4 houses. I'm bringing my husband with me though. But come on now, I'll be happy. Shoot.
Oh, then. Ladies, before y'all go ahead and shout out your channels. I'm gonna start with you first, Juice, and then Couture Bay.
The Juice Radio and Talk Show, just like you see it on the screen, just look for the red mug and the microphone. That's our logo, and you have that channel. Listen, we do a whole bunch of stuff over there. We're not segmented to just one thing. We do a whole bunch of stuff, but we mainly keep God in everything, keep loving.
Yes.
But we're not stuck in a box over there. We're not those Christians that's stuck in a box. We out here in this world.
Right. They out in the world. And I just love
yes.
their platform and just the way I feel so comfortable over there. I still say when the speaking in tongues still scare me, but other than that, it just the going through a hard time, you need people that you can actually connect with and watch and feel good after you watch it. So I just want to say thank you to Juice for all the encouraging words and everything that you mean to me. So I do want to say that.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. And you can always be you around me. I'm not here to change nobody. I'm here to love on everybody as they are. And so many Christians need to learn how to do that.
Amen.
Yes. And Couture Bay, go ahead and shout out your channel.
Hey y'all, my channel is called Couture Bay. You're over there because I'm usually laughing. I cover all celebrity news, all trending topics. We go from politics to pile of tricks. So it doesn't even matter. So We do a little cussing over there, but I'm all about like, let's be honest, let's be real about the topics. Let's not just choose a side because it's the popular thing to do. Like, let's really dissect it, and we have a good time.
Yes. And Couture Bay, definitely Couture Bay, Couture Bay and Juice. This is the show right here. So I definitely like to collab and bring y'all back on together. So thank you, ladies, for coming up. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, anytime. Thank you. Hands down.
We will be back. See y'all later. Love you.
All right.
Bye,
Love
y'all.
y'all. Thank you. All right. We're going to let Princess up here because I got to have one Monique defender. I have to have one Monique defender before we go out of here. What's up, Princess? How you doing?
Man, all of this Monique slander. Jesus Christ. And look, sometimes they ain't nothing but speaking in another language. It ain't gonna hurt you, okay? Just think of it as speaking in Spanish, okay?
Oh, okay. I will.
My channel, but I do have those capabilities. That's a little known fact. But
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, I'm like Christian for real.
Go ahead and shout out, Princess.
I just cut. But anywho, now look, I do believe there. And first of all, there's no way you could be with someone that long and not create an affinity for them, a love for them, and appreciation. You could look at their wedding pictures and all of that. I really do believe that Monique loved him, and there is no way you can't love a person that take you out the muck and mire water and bring you into the glorious, fabulous life that is the Mrs. Monique Samuels. Okay, I know y'all mad at her for going upside Candace's head, but you know, hey, I bet you she done pulled back now and she has become your fave. Okay, so maybe sometimes a little lady need a little bop 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 bop. I am not an advocate of violence, but sometimes good.
I was actually on Monique's side too. I want to say that during that fight thing, I was on Monique's side.
That mouth can get you places that you might not want to go to, okay? And I am a person that's got a big mouth. But trust me, you try to lay hands on me, it's going down.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when to shut up too, so that's another thing. But I believe that they at one point had a good marriage. She done laid down and had 3 babies for this man. I have had children. People think like, you know, this is just something to do. That is a lot of work. That is a lot of heartache. And, you know, a woman, I just had a birthday. I'm in my 40s. When you get to a certain age.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. You want to be for the streets, okay? And sometimes you go through those phases in your life and she looks good and she is fine and she is smart and she is important. I got her
right,
own.
she is important.
So maybe she just wants to be for the streets right now, and that's okay. I just don't want to, I want to say, let's not presume that all of these things went on in their relationship because we are not in their home behind closed doors. I believe that he probably had requirements. When he picked her up and dusted her off, he said first they started off, look, I'm going to make you a rapper. And then maybe when she was performing, he said, look here, I'd like to have you for myself. And these are the requirements. This is what I want you to do. Because usually men of that type of caliber, and especially athletes, they tell you, look, I want you to be at home. I want you to cook and clean and do this and that and the other. And she let her career go to the wayside to chase the bigger bag. And that's okay. And she just gets tired. Sometimes when you go to work, you get tired of doing that job and you want to change careers. So I just feel like she just changing careers. Do we think she might live in regret? I don't think so. Because sometimes when you go through resentment and you give up who you are to be a certain thing, you live in resentment. And if the mama is not happy, nobody's happy. And I live by that now. I used to think you give them, let's do the kids, don't fuck them kids. It's about you. And if she's not happy, she's not going to make him happy. She's not going to do what he tells her to do. And that's when you get them outbursts on TV, when she gets to talking all sideways to him. She really thought that she could do the job, but she wasn't qualified and she wasn't ready for the promotion. So let her get a little severance package, put her out back on the street and let her do what she gonna do, and then everybody's happy.
I like that. I like how you put that into perspective. Like now, I think she's at the point where she wants to experience more, and not necessarily do I think she want to get up underneath another man and something. No, I don't think that far. But I think for me, she's at the point where she sees herself doing more.
Yeah. And some men want you to be at home. I had to deal with that during my YouTube career. I'm over here looking like, okay, you don't want me to do what?
Really? So you went through that?
Yeah, I'm still going through it. You know, I had to change up the car. Oh, it's been some during that time, especially when I was falling out with people, that affected my home. It was some knockdown, drag out fights about you talking to this person and talking to that person. And honey, that's a real thing. TV is not good for relationships. Everybody has to be completely on board. And when you have a person that's not really for that, it can cause conflict. And you have to change up, but you have to be willing to change up. So like we got some little transitional things going on now because of that. Because I'm one of the people, I'm gonna do what I want to do it, you know, all day. So,
right. And I think also it's important too, like whenever you're in a relationship, you have your own thing, your own life, because some people, their life is their relationship. And I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be, but you need your own time. You know what I'm saying, right, Princess?
Yeah. You should be you as an individual. You should know who you are. Getting married doesn't make you whole. You need to be a whole person before that. And don't lie to the person that you're with, whether you're in a relationship or a marriage. Lying to the person and trying to conform to what they want you to be or what they say they want you to do, it's not going to work, because in the end, you're going to start resenting them, resenting the situation, living in regret. I'm about live in your truth and be who you want to be. So like right now, I'm like, okay, let's do us and let me get this out. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's going to be. I can conform to some of these things, but some things I'm not bending on right now. And it is what it is. He got mad, but he gonna scratch his behind and get glad.
Right. And a relationship is a partnership, and you have to work out the kinks and everything like that. So, you know, you are strict on some things, and then some things are like, okay, we can definitely change or bend or, you know, switch it up a little bit, and I can conform to certain things. But some things it's like a no, like this is what I need, this is what I want.
Yeah, and again, it's a lifestyle thing, and I think it might be similar. Well, I'm older, but the situations are similar. He, in my situation, has gone out and lived and seen the world and been a whole and done all this stuff, and I haven't had a chance to experience a lot of things. So I'm in my place where I was at home, and now I want to explore more things, and he's ready to start being just a little bit more settled. And I think that's the same thing for Monique. She's younger. She was trying to see the world, but he called her, because that's what men do. They catch you in your prime and they get you pregnant and they set your ass down. And
that's what we do.
Yeah, that's a fact. When, you know, especially a country man, he wants a younger woman that looks good, that could be his trophy piece. You could cook and you could clean and you could do what I tell you to do. Look at Bell Collective, Cliff and Latrice. You find a woman that you can mold and that will listen to you and do what you want them to do. But then you take our youth from us, some of us. And then so now some women forget and leave by the wayside, but some women are just rebellious and they're going to get out there and do what they got to do. And I think that's what the time of her life she's in. Like, okay, I did this. Now what? I'm not fulfilled. And she's going to get her fulfillment.
Oh, I like the way you capped that off. Like, I love that, Princess. You talking some real right now. Like, but that's honest, you know, and you said like that's from experience, like you know this. So I appreciate that. Princess, go ahead and shout out your channel and where the people can find you at.
Well, you are watching The House of the Princess. I am Princess AV at my channel.
The House of the Rico.
Oh yeah, temporarily the House of the Rico. Okay. where we are 50% righteous, 50% ratchet. Where we do celebrity tea, hard conversations, 50-50 news, where I feed my people knowledge with a little bit of twist of ratchet. So PR 613, you can find any and everything over here. And even on some Sundays, I will drag a Christian, so-called Christian person with their foolishness that they putting out here over the people. So it depends on just what you want is what you're gonna get that day. We might play bingo tonight if I get home on time. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely have to come over. I love bingo, and like you always do games on your channel too. That's what I like about you.
Yes, with my own twist to it.
Yeah,
I.e., Hood Jeopardy is coming back soon.
Princess, I love you. Thank you for coming.
Love you, AT2. All right.
All right, we gonna have Stephanie finish us out. What's up, Stephanie? How you doing?
Hey, cuz.
Go ahead and sound off. Let the people know what's on your mind.
Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm. You sound
okay,
good.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, I'm really, speaking from watching my parents and other couples, other married people in my family, and also because I grew up in a culture that emphasizes marriage a lot, right? Like
Mhm.
Southern Baptists, Southern people, women are supposed to get married, and they're really not, they're really not grown-ups. They're really not fulfilling their purpose, as we see it until they get married, right? And of
Right.
course, I don't fit into that mold, I really
Oh,
don't,
you
but I've
definitely
seen it.
don't.
Oh no, but I've seen it, and I've seen it. And I've seen the fallouts. I've seen the successes. I've seen the happiness. I've seen the misery sometimes. And I think I think part of the reason that that people end up having so much trouble, especially early on, is because our culture emphasizes marriage so much. And
Mhm.
because we encourage little girls to play wedding, and we like, what's your dress gonna look like? What's this gonna look like? And I think a lot of times, I'll call out my own people, women, especially Southern women, we can't get married to a man solely because we want to have a wedding and because we want to have some kind of fantasy, and I think
Mhm.
like, and we can't, and Princess was talking about, women getting molded by men, but I also think women need to slow down and not try to fix a man.
You
You
know
can't
what?
really fix a man.
Right, but women are molded early. Like, for example, I didn't realize, like, little girls having baby dolls, that's like
Right,
training for them. Like, I didn't even
right,
correlate that. Like, I just thought, like, it was innocent for a little girl to have, like, a little baby doll, but those things are to train the girls to then be
right.
mothers. So they're already, not brainwashed, but,
The emphasis is placed on nurturing and motherhood and wife, being a wife, right?
exactly.
Um,
Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry
yeah,
to interrupt.
and no, it's all good, but like, there's things that you have to learn how to accept from your partner, right? Because no, nobody's perfect, and nobody's gonna be perfect. But you gotta talk about before you get married, before you jump in. Don't just do it because it sounds fun. This is not Disney World. It takes a commitment. Lay out what you want and lay out what you don't want. And if that person don't meet that, keep it pushing. Don't think you're gonna like fix it later. That's not how things work. And
Mhm.
and have your list of things that are just unacceptable. Have your list of things that you can tolerate, even though you don't like, because that's always going to be something. You ain't gonna like the way he brushes his teeth or she brushes her teeth. You're not gonna like the way they
Right.
cook their eggs. You're not gonna like the like little hums they do when they're whatever, just around the house. And it's like there's gonna be stuff that annoys you about your partner, but before you get married, you got to communicate and decide, like, is this something I can tolerate for the rest of my life, or is this something on my absolute no list? And if
Right.
it's on your absolute no list, you keep it pushing.
I almost feel like it's kind of different in this situation because I felt like Monique was probably in a desperate situation. I don't know if you know, but she
Mm,
was living in her car
right.
and then he kind of, he basically saved her. And so maybe it was a situation where like, well, he helped me, let me learn to love him. And I think that's
Yeah.
what this situation was. Ooh,
And
deep.
I mean, that nobody in the chat's gonna like me to say this. I don't know. maybe I'm assuming too much. You can learn to love somebody. You can.
Mhm.
You can. People in our culture, especially, don't like to really think about having an arranged marriage. That's very looked down upon. But there are
Yeah.
people in other cultures who have successful, happy arranged marriages. And it's just like it depends on how it just kind of depends. It just depends on the person, right? But I think it also depends on the culture. The culture in a society that has arranged marriages, that's very accepted. You've watched your parents learn to love each other, right?
Right.
And I actually watched my parents learn to love each other. We had decades where it was hard. We were really, I mean,
Mm.
we were all fighting each other, and they really didn't get along, and they really thought about splitting like more than once, but they kept at it. And I'm not saying this for everybody, but I'm really, really proud of my parents, and I'm proud of my family for sticking through that and keeping it
Yeah.
together, because my
49 years,
parents,
right?
49 years, they'll be 50 next August, and they look at each other now and they say, I'm so glad I'm married to you. I wouldn't want to be married to anybody else. And they're happy that they stuck it out and continued to learn how to love each other, continue to learn how to communicate, and like you pick your battles. Not everything needs to be a fight. You tolerate some
Right.
things, and then you let some things go. And I just think like we put way too much pressure on ourselves and our partners to want to live a fantasy life. You have the fantasy wedding, and you think it's like you're married to Prince Charming, right? And no man is a Prince Charming. No man's a frog either, but no man is a Prince Charming. And we're the same way. No woman is a princess. We're not Wicked Witch either, but we just got to learn how to, you know, accept each other for our faults and also celebrate the good things that we love about each other.
Yeah,
And
but you either deal with it or you move on. And this is a situation
right.
where they're moving on.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. It's like make those decisions before you get married. Make those decisions before you get married, and don't fall into this fantasy. It's like, well, I just want the marriage. I want to get married. I want the wedding. I want to get married, and we'll figure it out later. You can't figure it out later. That's a road to unhappiness and a divorce, essentially a lot of times. And it just, talk about these things and don't just fall into this trap of like, well, I want to get married now and I don't know if I'm going to find anybody else. Don't think that like you're just going to fix it as you move along. If there's things that you just can't accept about people, then you got to find somebody else. So, but anyway,
Princess, you are a princess. I love
yeah,
that.
I mean, I love Princess too. Princess is a princess. I ain't a princess, right? And I don't think I can be with a princess because I just want, I think, well, not princess. I'd be honored to be with princess, but it just is. Yeah, I need, I think it's like we got to look at people, with the exception of princess. We got to look at people and just expect that they have faults, and that's just kind
Right.
of, yeah, yeah.
You either accept
And
it or
nothing's
you
gonna be
don't.
perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not going to be, you have to work at it. You are right about that, Stephanie. Because thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
cuz. Of course, cuz.
And I
And
love your
yeah, everybody just be
insight on
good.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody be cool. Have a good what is today? Tuesday? And
Yes, Tuesday.
yeah.
Oh, yesterday was Juneteenth. I didn't get a chance to go live,
Yes.
but happy Juneteenth, everyone.
Happy
Hopefully you guys
Juneteenth.
enjoyed your
Indeed.
day yesterday and hopefully you were safe. So, but thank you,
Yeah.
Steph, for coming up. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, we are gonna. I gotta let Sunkiss. Once I go to an hour, I'll be done with the show. But Sunkiss, you got 2 minutes. But I love you, so of course I'm gonna let you up and speak your mind. What's up, Sunkiss? How you doing?
All right. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You sound good.
Okay, good, good. I just wanted to say this one thing to kind of like piggyback off what you were saying earlier.
Hmm.
The fact that it's unfortunate that they're going through that divorce. I hate a divorcing. I really do. I'm big on love, especially I mean just love period, but even
Right,
more so black love because it's so scarce. But the
right,
thing is, you have to pay attention on how it starts off. When you lead weak, you're gonna end strong when it comes to the negative side of it.
Mm.
Here's the thing: when the fact that he started off with and she allowed him, and he also allowed himself to lead with the hero mentality. That it shouldn't have started off weak. And when she allowed that, and when he allowed himself to be set up that way, it shouldn't have been it was like him saving her.
Right.
And she shouldn't, regardless of how bad it get. I mean, I have been in that situation too. Down to leaving my relatives, being in my car,
Oh man.
from in a gas station with my, the people in the gas station, the Walmarts. They knew me. They were like, here, go over there, giving me things to eat with utensils and all that because I was determined to not go back. Yeah, and it got worse than that. But the thing is, it was guys that had money that played in the NFL that was, when they look at you, they want to say, oh, I want to help you, and it's like, why? Why they want to help you,
Mm-hmm.
But when I knew
want to
what they
mold you
wanted,
into what I want you to be.
yeah. But why they want to help you, and it's like it's easy to have that hero syndrome, what they call it. But the thing is, that is what she allowed, and now she wants to give up. That right there, she's going to regret very badly later on. Sad to say, but we know how life works. It's going to wrap right up around, and it's going to bite her in her behind.
Right, because we want to know, are you trying to find better? Like, is that what she's trying to do? Go ahead, son, finish. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing. She's looking for something to top that. She's looking for some fun, somebody to spark something inside of her. She's trying to be a teenager all over again. I'm sorry. No one in the world is going to top that. I don't care what's going on in her marriage. We don't know what the truth is. We're only speculating at the end of the day.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if he wasn't doing anything crazy and maniacal or anything of that nature, she will always lose. She's going to reach up very high on her tiptoes just to hit the loser switch. Ooh. I'm telling you, I'm 50 years old, going on 51. She would never ever win.
Hit the loser switch?
They hit the loser switch. She would never win. She would never win. Now, unless he was touching some kids, beating her, mercifully, she would never ever win. I don't care. I don't care what people are saying in a comments or whatever. If anybody disagreeing, everybody, we can agree to disagree.
We can all disagree. Yeah, I don't mind that.
We can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, you can go to I don't care how big a house is. You go to the east wing, I go to the west, and we come back in the middle, and we try to work this out. Here's the thing. People are always trying to figure out, people are so big on material things these days, monetary winnings and all that. They're trying to fix things. You cannot fix things with money, okay? That is what she started. That's what they
right here with the divorce. You can't fix things with money.
You can't. No, you cannot, because that's not the premise of marriage. So years ago, people always say, "Oh, our grandparents were together for 70 years, 75 years, and all that." They had the same problems, just on a different day as they do today. So what was it? What was the remedy? We were all imperfect from back then as we are today. Well, what was it? They woke up every day and said, "What can we do to fix it?" Their idea was, we're going to stay together and we're going to grind together until we fix it. Whether we're rich or poor, they stuck to the marital vows. That was it. Instead of just standing like they do together, they stand in front of people today and they try to flex to try to say, "Oh, look how we look. Look how we posing. Look how our faces are beat. Look at our winnings. Look at our materials." Whereas back then, they didn't have all that. They went to the justice of the peace. Their diamonds, if they had, maybe they had a wedding band. They didn't flex on what they had. They flexed on the marital vows. Where now they don't even pay attention to the marital vows. That is the difference. They stood up and they stood before God and they meant it. Whereas today they don't mean it at all. So people don't listen. They don't mean it. They look. it kills me when I say, what do people don't honor anymore? People don't stand up. No, there's no more loyalty in or outside of the marriage. When men don't look at, they don't pay attention to the fact that when a woman, when she said, please hear me and please feel me, please know what I'm saying when I said I need you to show up, I need you to actually love me. That don't mean buy her a big house. A real woman, I'm not talking about a female, a real woman says, love me. If you love me, rub my feet. That's my Louis Vuitton. If you love me, come home on time. Come home, period. That's my Hermes. If you really do rock with me, if you're loyal to me, make up the bed, wash the dishes. That's my diamond ring. A real woman values those things.
Right.
And vice versa when it comes to that. Not material things. People don't rock with that anymore. People are so big on flexing on the gram. And the same thing when it comes to a woman showing up with the man. Women need to listen to her man. When he say, be loyal to me, support me. Don't be saying things to your girlfriends, telling things outside of the house. Support your man, really mean it. When he says, I need you to submit to me, that don't mean being weak. You be a woman, be strong and be strong in your submission. When he's saying be weaker, that don't mean that you have to submit to him and not have a brain. When he's saying being weaker in the Bible, he's weak too. That means you're just a little weaker than him. You're the compliment. When you showed up, when Eve showed up, she was the compliment. He was a good color, but she made his color look better. People don't pay attention to things like that. And she's walking away from somebody. She'll never find another one. I promise. But I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, no, Sunkist, you giving us the word. No, I appreciate your perspective on this. I didn't think about that. I like how you mentioned how the relationship did start out weak because he basically was there to, quote unquote, save her, you know?
Yeah. He came saving. He didn't come up and showing her what type of man that he was. He showed up with a bag saying, well, I'll give you. He didn't show up saying, this is this is my girth, my emotional and mental girth. He didn't show up telling her what I can do for you outside of the bag. He just showed up showing weakness by saying, here you go, play with me. And that's what she did. And when she got done playing, she dropped and was like, I'm finna go over here with another playmate. He showed up weak. And then now he's supposed to be over to the red pill table. And he doesn't deserve to be over there. He showed up weak. You cannot show up with no backbone and expecting for her to look at you as being strong. You can't do that, man. We see you. Other women, we see you. But she doesn't. We don't reside with you. We see you from a distance clapping and cheering you on. But when you too close up on something, whenever we are too close up on a Pablo Picasso, we don't see the beauty. We have to step back and go, ooh. Whenever we're too close up on anything, we don't see it. We have to pull back and go, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's nice. She was living in it. He came and plucked her right in the beauty. And she didn't see the beauty. He didn't make her earn it. Not in a dogmatic way. So I'm sorry. He did that to himself. We got to look at both sides of the spectrum. I'm sorry.
Right. And so, I wanted to mention the chat too, because they were saying that the whole gentle giant thing, that could have just been an image. We never know what was happening behind the scenes, you know?
We don't. We will never know but we can just speculate and go where I think we think, and we may have a lot of puzzles of the pieces of the puzzle, but we will never ever have the whole puzzle. But from what we gather, from what they're willing to show, we can always go, We're kind of like the animals that was at the Garden of Eden, going, let me see. we're kind of like those animals. But at the end of the day, there were some angels that was watching too. But at the end of the day, from what we can gather, and saying what she's walking away from, and what he did present, what the facts that we do have, if she's willing to walk away from a bag, we can go, girl, really? How bad was it? Because it could have been bad.
Right.
If it was that bad, then partner, what's wrong with you? What you doing to sis? And if it really wasn't that bad, then sis, you're gonna really regret it. But at the end of the day, what we can go back on is years ago, they had it bad too, but they did work out their problems and they stuck to what their marital vows really meant. Good, bad, through sickness and health, rich or for poor, they worked on their marital vows. But we can't knock them for whatever they choose to do. But the thing is this: people are just taking their marital vows, just tossing to the side. But like someone said it so eloquently, I think it was what's her name when she said, because I don't like the way you brush your teeth, or I don't like the way you do this, or you grind your teeth, or you eat.
Oh, Stephanie, yeah.
Yes, but the thing is, that is really an issue. If there's small things we don't like, we're gonna have to work this out. It's something we're gonna have to do, because it could be far worse.
Right.
Because
And I definitely think that you do, it's those things, like I was saying, like you either want to work it out or you just want to cut it off and move on. And I think Monique was at the point where she was probably like, I don't want to do it no more. I want to cut it off. And, it's unfortunate because we do have to think like, there are 3 children, and small children, by the way, involved in all this. So definitely, in actuality, even though we're talking about it, I do wish them the best, especially for the children, because definitely. And Sunkiss, thank you for coming up. I appreciate you as always.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go, but it's the kid. It's not about them anymore. It's about the kids. But at the end of the day, if we can, and honestly, not just say it, but really do mention the kids in the prayers, if nothing else. But okay, thanks for letting me up. Okay.
Of course. Thank you, Sunkiss. I love Sunkiss. What's up, Winnie? I don't know if I said hi to you earlier. I'm sorry. But thank you guys for doing the show. Shout out to everybody: Sunkiss, Stephanie, Princess, Juice, Couture Bay, Naughty. Thank y'all for coming up and giving your perspectives. And especially, I think it was important that the women speak on this. So thank you, because I probably said some stuff in the beginning and got my ass in trouble. But when y'all said it, it made me okay. But anyway, make sure you guys hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. At the end of the day, I wish the best for Monique and Chris, and especially for the kids. I don't want nobody, to be in a messed up situation. And like we said, we're not going to know what happened until we hear his side and hear her side. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. But we out of here. Deuces, y'all.